right, guys. So we're gonna move on to a story that unfortunately we didn't cover last week, but it is still hot. It is the story of Sonya Massey, who was killed by a deputy. The body cam footage was released, and it is damning. This guy deserves to be buried underneath the prison.
Man.
For those unaware, Sonya Massey, she called the 911 asking for help. They showed up, and she was at the time boiling water to make tea. And the police are there talking to her, and she goes up to the one of the deputies tells her to put the fire off
The
the
water out,
yeah,
yeah.
don't want to burn the house down. So this is the only reason why she interacts with it in the first place. She was told to. She goes to turn the heat off, and she's got the pot in her hand, and it looks like she's going to dump the water, like she's not going to make tea anymore. The deputy says something along the lines of, "Hey, don't bring that boiling water around here." And then she said something,
I
I rebuke
rebuke
you
you
in
in
the
the
name
name
of
of
I
Jesus.
Jesus.
rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And then he, for some reason, took that to the next level with something not de-escalating the situation at all.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts the pot down, and then they yell at her, "Put the pot down." She doesn't have it in her hands. So she
Yeah.
says, "I'm sorry." She grabs the pot, and thinking that a rational person would think that when they tell you to put the pot down, they want to see you physically put the pot down. So she tosses the pot near him. It hits like a nearby counter. And he had said, "I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face if you come near me with that water." And not even 10 seconds later, he shoots her in the face. You know, she is down. His partner is very freaked out. He's like, "Well, I'm going to go grab my kit." And the guy that shot her said, "You can go ahead and grab it, but it was a headshot. I wouldn't waste my medical stuff on that." And then
Mm-hmm.
reportedly later on in the video, I don't think this is in the full video that was released, but other police showed up with, I think, the ambulance, and they were asking him, "Did you work on her? Were you trying to, And she was alive, She and he said, "No, I don't want to waste my materials, but you can go ahead in there. My partner's in there, you know." So very damning video showing that this guy who had previous problems in other police forces.
He went to his sixth one.
What's that?
I think this was his sixth police or law enforcement job or fourth one.
I'm not sure
Six
about.
one.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the exact number. Yeah, probably six.
Yeah,
Yeah, since
But
he's up there.
2020, he been in 6 departments.
yeah, and he even had issues when he was in the military. I believe. I think there was a story saying that he had problems when he was in the army. Um, yeah, the army discharged him after a serious offense. Personal file says he served in the U.S. Army but was discharged due to misconduct, according to the Department of Defense document included in Grayson's personnel file during the time in Kincaid Police Department in Illinois. So this guy has had a series of problems
Mm-hmm.
in any level of authority that he's been involved in. And
And then he
Blatt,
lied and said that she came
She
at
came at
yeah,
him.
she was telling other officers that she was
like
attacking him
crazy
with the
bitch and
water.
came at me with water.
Yeah, so yeah, it's
So imagine if the partner, because his body cam was off too.
hmm,
That's a big detail. That his was purposely off.
yeah,
And
Yeah, of course. He knew what he came to do, bro.
if it wasn't for the other guy, who knows how they would have spent the story.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like in the days of body cam, like this is not an isolated incident. It happens all the time where some shit blows up. A cop is walking towards another cop, and then they kind of gesture to each other like, "Hey, turn your camera off."
Yeah, I seen that a few
I'm
times.
about to
That
tell you
tap it.
I'm about to tell you some shit. And it's like, how are we supposed to protect and serve when we can't even trust these guys to document their daily job? You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, prayers and thoughts and prayers go to Sonya Massey and her family and everyone involved, because from the one thing that really fucking like broke my heart when I saw it was, I believe, her son. The police department called and told him that she was shot, but they did not tell him who. So he had to tell
Yeah.
his grandmother that she was shot and had no other information for her because the police were trying to bury this. If it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for this body cam footage, we don't know what the hell would have happened. He probably would still be there. But now, thankfully, he is more than likely going to be charged, and he is going to be sent to prison for this, and it's long overdue. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I hope he died in that bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah. To me, I think I'm one that's very much for police reform, and qualified immunity is one of them. To me, it makes no sense why you can legally do something fucking horrible, and then if you're fired, you quit, whatever reason, you are then able to go get a job doing the same thing one county over. Like,
Yeah, bro, that shit weird as
why
hell.
is there no national registry for these dirty fucking cops, and why are they allowed to wash their hands just by going over a city line? You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's disgusting, and hopefully this shines a light on it more, because definitely these stories need to be talked about, if you expect anything to change, because this very easily could not have been something you heard about until 10, 15 years later.
Yeah, a
um,
lot of that shit do be happening. They be like, this happened in 2017 or 2004. You be like, damn, we just not got the video
yeah,
because it just got released type shit. But I'm glad it got out fast as it did. It's just fucked up, bro. Like he really was on that type of time from the beginning.
yeah,
He was aggressive as hell when he introduced himself to her. You feel me?
Hmm.
He I feel like it was one of them things where he sent her over there to make it a justified kill
mm,
on his end. You feel me?
yeah,
Because we all done seen the movies. We know it's dirty cops out here, shit like that. They'd be like, oh, pick the gun up or go do this and go
yeah,
do that.
yeah, yeah,
And it'd be like a reason for me because he went over there whole time. I told he told him to do the type shit. So I'm
Yeah, his trigger finger
I'm
was itchy
yeah,
for the
he
most part.
wanted that body. He wanted a body, bro.
yeah. His name was Sean Grayson. It should be
Fuck
noted.
him.
Yeah, it reminded me of one that happened a couple years ago. I want to say it was like 10 years ago. It was inside of a hotel. I think it was like on the second or third floor of a hotel, and someone had called the police saying that they had saw someone in the window flashing a gun, and it was an air rifle. This guy worked in pest control, and he was, I believe, in the room with his girlfriend at the time. And the police showed up, and full, I believe it was full SWAT. They showed up outside the door, make and demanded them to come outside. They get the girl out, no problem. And you can find the video online. It's very tough to watch, but it's probably a good 8 minutes of Simon Says that this guy is playing with his life, telling him to crawl towards him, and then he would stop and pull up his pants because they were falling. And for that, they thought that he was coming at them, and probably 12 rounds went off into him with rifles. These aren't
Was it like
pistols.
a young white kid?
Yeah,
I remember that video, bro. It always cut off early,
yeah,
but it said, what happened. But yeah, I remember that.
yeah,
Take 2 steps to the right. My right, not your fucking right.
yeah. And the
You better listen to
guys
whatever I say.
and the
He was
dude
like,
is
bro,
panicking. He's like, what do you
yeah.
want me to do? I'm trying to do what you want me to do.
Dog, at that point, just lay on the fucking ground
Yeah. And
with your
then
hands
They still
sprawled.
gonna shoot you.
and then
They still gonna shoot you.
I think the cop that ended up getting charged for that, his gun on the side of it said, "You're fucked." This is a guy that's supposed to
Because
be
he was on that type of
handling
time.
high tense situations. Could be a hostage in there,
Yeah.
but
Hell no,
just,
y'all better come
you're
get me
fucked.
on the ground, off the ground.
Yeah.
I ain't
Bro,
moving a fucking inch. Hell no.
it's a situation where a guy was he's a he take care of the mentally disabled like me, right? He doing his job. His dude goes into a temper tamper type of thing, right? They calm him down. He's pacing like this, and the worker they telling him to get on the ground now, and everybody's saying he's the person that takes care of the patient.
Yeah.
It's okay. And he just calming him down, and he was like, "Get on the fucking ground. Put your hands up." So he on the ground with his hands up like this, bro. Police still shot him and said I was nervous, and he
Yeah.
laying on his back.
Yeah. If you
And he
get
was like, bro, I did everything. I didn't move. I
yeah,
had my hands up. I didn't flinch. What did I get shot for? And he was like, I got nervous.
that's a fucking lawsuit waiting to happen. See.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't even sit still
That's the only
anymore.
occupation where you get a get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
And Trump really trying to make it happen.
Yeah. It's shitty. That's the one job where you cannot have off days in. It's a lot to ask. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is tough to be a cop. I'm not going to say that it's not. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, you want good cops out there. And a lot of these fucking cops, they say, like, one apple doesn't spoil the bunch. It's
Hell
like,
no.
uh
That shit like a banana. Once one go right, they all go right fast.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Let off
And I
that
mean,
fucking
like, you got
pheromone.
you got good cops that look the other way. You know, because like, oh, I don't want
They
to get
do
involved with this
though.
shit. This is
I
this
mean, you do guys.
Motherfuckers.
I mean,
that
it's
thin blue
stories out
line.
there where cops literally try to put their own person in jail, but because they're a close knit unity,
Yeah,
they will ostracize that good cop and call him good old
Mm-hmm.
boy and get him out.
yeah, yeah.
He
Yep.
or
Yep.
she out rather
That
than the bad person.
that
So it
thin
is
Hit.
blue
good cops
line.
out there who try to lock like that one. I mean, it's a off topic, but it was a police officer who actually gave another officer on duty a speeding ticket on his way to work.
Hmm.
And I can't remember how that story ended, but it's cops like that who take their job seriously and say, "No, you ain't above the law," so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
when you get bring that shit back to the commander or whatever, depending on what the
They say you
commander
a
say,
snitch. It's no brotherhood.
Yeah.
yeah,
Why are you rocking the boat? Type shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy part is too, like you said, that when they be doing their little video, audio testifies type of thing, bro, they be pausing shit. They be telling them what to say before they even start. You know,
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah, bro. This supposed to be some real shit. Nah, that bitch edited like a motherfucker. Half the videos we get out is edited because if we saw the real shit, it'd be even worse.
Yeah. 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 It's unfortunate. Hopefully, Sonya Massey and her family get some sense of closure after
Mm-hmm.
he's charged. Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna stick.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody that saw that video is like, it's a open and shut. Like, there's no way that you
Yeah.
can try to get out of this. You know. So
Even the
unless
cops was quiet.
yeah.
unless
Yeah.
you what's her name, Owens or
Which one?
no, what the fuck that black bitch name, who uh the famous
Candace.
black girl who be
Candace
trying to
Owens.
act white and shit. You
Candace
said Candace
Owens.
Owens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that her little skit talking about, oh, it's we're not gonna do this fear mongering and it's cops out there who make mistakes.
Oh, in
And
response to the body cam footage.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, make
That wasn't the fucking
mistakes.
mistakes.
Yeah.
So
Everything
you
was
just be
a
willing to get your ass shot and it's okay, let's dap it up.
He was just doing
Uh,
his job. Yeah.
Let that be
yeah.
one of your little fucking family members and see how the fucking upstanding your ass gonna be. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, some people don't deserve a platform, and sometimes you be wondering, is it trolling? But you can't be doing it that
She
long and not believe it.
Yeah.
she's pandering to a certain demographic.
Yeah. There's a lot of money there.